One of Martine's brothers they had seen a wreck on their way to our house, and I guess it was a white car or whatever. They go to check it out. I just expected him. I was already upset, but I just expected him to get out of the car, out of the police car. And so I'm thinking, like, how could he do this? I'm so upset. And he doesn't get out, and the cop gets out and he just asks, you know, is this your brother, to my brother-in-law? And they show the picture, and you know, and then that's when you know, and I don't even know who held me up, but you know, just collapsed, and then it was just like your worst nightmare coming true.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I heard the text, and I picked up the phone, and it was a text from Amy that said, Martine was in a car accident tonight, and there was a group of us that had all met at Kim's house, and Marcus had called me earlier that day, and he said, I have an idea.
She told me that they had already planned on meeting that night, just a group of Amy's friends, to discuss ways that we could, you know, raise funds and also, you know, to help her out in any way we can. And so we went to one of our mutual coworkers' house that evening, and I brought the idea to the table about, you know, hey Jude.
I wasn't surprised, since Marcus is an idea machine, and he's just a good person. So it didn't surprise me that he had kind of come up with something already. But I didn't talk to him about it until later. So as it built, then we talked, and I was just amazed.
But right away, I would say within the next day, things started happening. Marcus had contacted people. I had contacted people. Everybody we contacted pretty much said that they would help.
I thought that was really cool that Marcus was trying to put something together. That's, you know, we've been talking with Amy to try to do, you know, some other things to help the kids long term, and this was a great way to capture this huge outpouring of emotion and concern, and with everybody out there in the community who wanted to do something.
It all started, you know, we called Yellowhammer, got them to do a poster, and as soon as that poster hit the internet, it became real. It was like a magnet. People started being attracted to the idea of that happening and asking how they could help.
Well, he said, we're recreating the Beatles rooftop concert, and you know, that's basically like saying jump, and I said, how high?
Well, the cause was so worthy, so that was the #1 reason we were there. But to go up on the roof and then recreate the rooftop concert that the Beatles did in January of 1969 was pretty neat. It was real cool, and we did it as they did it straight through.
What happened was way beyond my expectations. It was amazing to watch so many people come together.
But I didn't know, you know, until it actually happened, how incredible all these ideas and all these connections that he had were going to work when they came together.
Of course, I was nervous because, you know, when you organize something like that, there's so many things that could go wrong, but so many people were willing to help and be involved that it went over without a hitch.
It didn't surprise me at all that the community within the community and all of the friends and family outside of the restaurant community who came to this moment and really showed up in support of Amy and the children and their love for Martine, and it was really powerful.
It touched me, but it didn't surprise me, if that makes sense. I've lived in several other cities as I've gone along, and Birmingham has always been such community-based cities.
The buzz just kept getting bigger and bigger, and you could just tell, I could tell by 3, 4 p.m. that it was going to be this huge thing. when Birmingham people put their minds to do something, then it gets done. This amazing thing that we have in the city, being able to come together and put on things and support people.
The look on her face was priceless. She could not believe, and she said that to me a few times. She goes, I can't believe all these people are doing this. Why would these people do this for me? Why? Even her brother had said, Amy, there's a lot of people doing stuff for her. And she goes, I know, I don't know why. And I says, because you're just such a wonderful person.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, somebody constructed a submarine that blows bubbles, you know, that sat in front of the stage. Like, I don't know, who could have even thought of that? Like, even if you had months and months to think about planning an event, I mean, the people that just donated their time to do whatever, you know, to just help out in any way.
The energy of the crowd and everything. I mean, hey Jude, the four of us could not look at each other. I mean, I caught a glance at the drummer who had a little tear in his eye, and we were just like, no, no. And I'm like, I gotta sing this. Like, be professional. But sometimes, you know, emotions and music are hand in hand, so sometimes you can't fight it. But yeah, just having everybody just there and playing off it with positive energy, you know. I mean, yeah, there's some tears rolling, but it's, you know, it's all celebrating a life and celebrating a community. And that's exactly what it was.
The song Hey Jude itself, take a sad song and make it better. So it's hard not to be emotional when something like this happens and you play this music, this great music.
And honestly, Martine had said, well, if something ever happens, I want people to like throw a party, you know. I'm like, well, check that off. It happened, you know, and like everyone got together and I think had the best time that they could have, commemorating the loss of someone, you know. I mean, it was just so special.
And she just gave me a big old hug and said, I have no words. And I said, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can see, you know, the proof is right here of the support you got. So thanks for letting us be a part of it.
I do believe it's my responsibility and it's everybody's responsibility to help people out in these kind of situations. We are human beings. We aren't, you know, some kind of animal that would walk away. That's part of the human race.
To me, the most important thing to come out of the benefit was a feeling of togetherness.
You know, Jude needs to know that Martine was an amazing man. He was, he cared deeply and passionately. He wanted nothing more than to be the greatest father, the greatest husband, the greatest chef. He wanted to own his own business. He wanted to achieve the American dream. He felt so fortunate to have, you know, Amy as his wife and to be here in this moment.
The most bittersweet thing about all of this is that it wasn't an easy thing, and it wasn't one of those things where people go, oh, you know, we were high school sweethearts, or we met and we did this and this, and we're just perfect for each other, and it all happened in this beautiful sequential way, and I can't say that that's how it happened. It wasn't easy. But in the end, you know, we ended up together, and great things just started happening. And at the pinnacle of all that, then life changes.
I know what Martine would say, that he would be very, very sad that he never got to know Jude and his other children, because he loved them so much. I mean, he had so much to give as a father and this amazing man, you know, and, you know, help them through their lives. There would have been nothing that would have made him happier than to help guide them through their life. And I'm very sad for them that they don't have Martine in their life, because You know, he was the guy who would have been the true north. You know, that what a father should always be. You know, the guiding light in what a good life should be, and what a proper life should be, and what it means to be respectful and kind and hardworking and generous of your spirit and your heart. He was all those people.
I would never want to change meeting him, or would never wish for it to be easier, because in the end, like, there was such an appreciation for the time that we had together and how much we love each other. I mean, we were so happy that we got to be together, and so I have no regrets. I know how much he loved me, and I know how much that he knew that I loved him, and you know, it's just by the grace of God, people's prayers and good vibes, which I truly believe are what helped me. Because it doesn't matter how much you love your kids, like, there's something that just hurts to the point of, I mean, there are times where I just feel like I can't do anything that I want to do, you know, and it's like, why is that little thing so difficult? It used to be so easy. But luckily I'm not that person locked in my room. And if I was, I would probably be the most selfish person on the planet, because there's just way too many people rooting for me and praying for me and being there for me, and you know, and I have too many other really, really wonderful things to miss out on if I were to just shut myself out. So I'm having another baby boy that is due on January 31st. My son Jude's birthday is January 13th. I'm extremely excited that that I'm gonna have 2 boys, and then they'll have a big sister to boss them around, and you know, look out for them, and I hope they truly are best friends.